I've got an eye for crime.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today we're doing Dimir Crime with Xanathar, Guild Kingpin. I have a Xanathar deck in paper and it's rude, just like this deck. This deck is a Dimir control deck with a focus on taking your opponent's cards, making use of some new crime cards and some digital-only crime cards that make Xanathar even nastier in 1v1. This deck will get you a lot of wins and also frustrate your opponents because we're killing things, countering things, stealing things, and preventing our opponents from casting spells on our turn. If we can get Xanathar out and we can protect him with our various counter spells, then he sits there and just lets us play cards off the top of their deck. They're not really able to do much while that's happening, so we can pick and choose what we want, maybe even making cards on top of their deck stay on top of their deck. Maybe we want to make sure they have a land on top, because the land's not a spell. You can do that with Xanathar Guild Kingpin. This deck is, when it was requested, and I gave the people who requested a warning, this deck is not going to be fun for your opponents. Because the cards you're playing are very much preventing them from doing stuff. Whether it's attacking their hand and taking the cards from there, or their battlefield, or sometimes even their graveyard, or directly from their library, Xanathar and Dimir Crime are nasty. So let's take Xanathar into the queue and do a little bit of crime. Ashling Flame Dancer. This is a mono-red Storm Commander. I built this recently. I'm not super happy with how my build went, but I did think she was a really cool commander. I have some removal in hand. I also have this orb for turn 3. Even though it's a kind of slow start, I like the idea of like land, orb. And they probably do have a lot of, not enchantment, artifact removal in their deck, since they're in red, and they're going to be casting lots of instants and sorceries. Whenever they cast or copy an instant or sorcery, they discard and draw. Even if their hand is empty, they still get that draw. And, yeah, that can add up to quite a bit. When you also have Ashling's passive ability of being able to bank red mana. So you can cast lots of spells, it deals damage to all the creatures in play, well, on my side of the battlefield and also my face, and then she gets to add extra red mana. Orb. I don't want lands. I want big spells that get milled and hurt my opponent. I mean, I do want lands, but like, I want 6 damage to my opponent's face. And that's what I got. Thank you, Orb. We love you, Orb. Lightning Bolt. Remember, go down. Oh. Well, in good news, I do have 2 basics out. So this Blood Moon does not completely hose me here. I could also destroy it with Withering Torment, I guess, if I get desperate. Pass the turn. Horrible. Oh my goodness. Oh, Orb! You're such a funny card for 3 mana. Seriously, why are you 3 mana? I'm like actually considering Dark Ritual into Outrageous Robbery for fun, but if I get a land, I think it's better for me to just like check it out at Xanathar. Check it out. It's Xanathar. Time to ponder my orb. That's all I ever do. This will just be a mountain because Blood Moon. 4 life remain! Maybe they can combo off this turn. It's your boy, Xanathar. What's up? I'm here to steal spells from your deck. It doesn't matter if they're red. I have red mana. You gave me red mana. Would you like a Palantir in your Necro Bloom list? I will recommend any deck that cares about putting stuff in the graveyard or just sitting around and dirtling. Throw an Orb in there. The card's kind of good. Also, if you were a big mana deck, so like if you have a lot of high-cost spells, Palantir can do some serious damage early in the game. I don't have any reanimation here, so I'll just pop that. How much does it cost now to pop up in the Flamestoker? 1 mana. Oh, good for them. It's a mountain. You love mountain. Okay. They're not gonna mill. I think they learned their lesson. Ashling! I guess I'll use the wash away? Yeah, I've won quite a few games off of just Orb. Risk factor. I'll take 4 damage. Yeah. You want to discard? You can get 1 damage in first. Ugh, it's like I have this Withering Torment. I have a Jace. Ooh, there's some fun ones in here. I'll put back land and mass manipulation. And oh, I wonder what is on top of my deck. Why is Jace a fox? Well, you know, he is very handsome. He uses illusions to make himself even more handsome. But it's because this is the Imagine Critters. If Jace were on Bloomburrow, which there was a vision of him on Bloomburrow. Helga saw a vision of him as a fox. Also, his Vraska is a big old lizard. What does the fox Jace say? Where's my child? Why did the house steal him? Ooh, Fiery Inscription. That's 2 damage whenever they cast an instant or sorcery. Great way to do some burn when they start storming off, if they start storming off. I don't know, we're very good at, like, keeping the opponent in check while we do the Xanathar stuff. Alright, there's no creatures to steal. This just comes in as a basic, or as a... this. Do I want to just take this out now so I can cast more spells? Yeah. Right, I need the black source there. Black. The colorless. And the blue. I got the Blood Moon, lose 2 life. Yay! I can cast more spells again! I can cast counter spells. And schmouner schmells. And downer snells. And I can steal. And I can steal. Torbran! Oh, we love a good Torbran. He makes damage too big, though. He would make this deal 4 each time. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's still 2 damage to my face. It'll kill me. Okay, Cruel Claw's Heist. We give you a card. I'm gonna see if I can steal 4 damage to face. 3 damage to any target, but it puts it in a graveyard. Doesn't matter mine now. Yeah, what? Bring them to 1 off that, and then I'll use robbery on the next turn to try and get 1 more damage. All I need to do is cast 4 spells. And we already know there's 1 here. Okay, well, we can't let them do that. Underworld Breach, I think, guarantees their victory. Risk factor, I will be letting them draw. Oh, wait. No, I'm not dead. I'll take 4. I like to live on the edge. I'll even go to 1. Because I'm a brave girl. I like to live on the edge. Alright. Do I think in the top 5 cards of their deck, there will be a single card that I could cast for 2 mana that would deal... Excuse you? That was just lands! Yeah, no way! Alright, well, they have Arena of Glory, so they can haste out Ashling. We can counter the Ashling if they cast it. I can also counter a Fiery Inscription hit. I will counter the Urabrask. They didn't Arena of Glory it, but I'm still gonna do it. And then I'll play Sheoldred, who's gonna be like, ugh, this isn't how I wanted it to end. I know, me too! Oh, wait, they should totally mill. Mill to kill. Mill to kill. Mill to kill. Yeah! 16 damage! Scraps, did you see that? She just came into the room. Good game. Ratadrabic of Urborg, oftentimes a combo commander that's looking to be tempted by the ring, using something like a Nazgul or Samwise, or Boromir, who can even sacrifice himself to make a legend out of the non-legendary token they normally would make. So you can continue to sacrifice it, and the more that you sacrifice them, well, the more on-death triggers you get. Whether that's something like a Mondrak making extra copies, or it's a Blood Artist who's just draining the opponent out. There's a lot of different benefits to repeatedly killing the same creature over and over and over and over and over and over and over with Ratadrabic in play. I would normally wait until there's a creature for me to kill with this. But I would like to see what's in their hand, and I would like to attack their hand. So Chapter 2, that's the important part here. Oh, look! Samwise! Hey, that guy would have died. So Samwise, this is one of the cards that can combo with Ratadrabic. So I will do what I can to take him out. Okay, well now I have to take out the Ratadrabic first. And the repeatable sacrificers tend to be a little bit trickier. So this could be a protective spell, could be a Tithe. Lots of different cards it could be. Show me your secrets. Swords to Plowshares. Okay, so they have sort of 2... Yeah, they have 2 more here that do the same thing as Sam, which means I need to target Ratadrabic instead. What they don't have, though, is a sacrifice outlet yet. So I'm going to ramp up. And I think my goal is I have to get to 8 mana. Try to steal Ratadrabic. Can't combo off. They will be able to keep attacking me, though. I can't even block Samwise here. Ratadrabic is the One Ring commander. Oh, more than Frodo is. I guess, like, Smeagol is the other One Ring commander, like, because of Tempted by the Ring. Oh, there he goes. I guess that's a repeatable sacrifice outlet. Phyrexian Tower. Getting them those sweet, sweet ring temptatos. Graveyard exiled. I could play Xanathar here. I could take and copy a Nazgul. Infinite Conundrum would just draw me a card. So I'm going to play Xanathar with hopes that maybe I can take the pieces off the top of their deck if they haven't drawn them yet. They do get to draw and discard with their deep ring temptations. Oh, Savine's Reclamation. Another reanimation piece. Hello, yes, I am Xanathar. I'm just a giant eyeball. You can't cast spells on your turn while he's out. Well, I guess you can, just this has to happen first. Even Mind Sensor. I guess I should be glad I'm not fetching anything this turn. Okay, Blind Obedience. I don't have 8 mana yet, so let's throw this down. I feel like Tutor. I already used one of my very few enchantments. There's another one here. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I have another. Briscoe's pretty much always extorting. Yeah, also, like, I could only search the top 4. But I wanted to make sure they couldn't search for whatever they search for. Left them with a land on top. Taking some nice evasive damage. It's go time. What do we have on top of the deck? Authority of the Consuls. Wow, they enter even more tapped. Yeah, I'm still 1 mana off from stealing Ratadrabic, but they can just sacrifice him in response. There. That's the kind of card I needed to steal. Ashnod's Altar, so they can't have it. We're gonna get a fresh hand here. The only thing that's, like, really killable here is even Mind Sensor. Or, I guess, the Golem, but that's not really good for me. I'll throw this back. See what we draw. Okay, we got a double board wipe. So, having 2 board wipes is kind of cool. I also have the single target removal, so I could, like, kill Ratadrabic and then kill everything else. Yeah, they're gonna be so tapped. You'll never see it coming. And the Torment returned. Oh, we did! Lotho. Diabolic Intent. Nice. Discard a card, trying to kill Ratadrabic here. I will pay the 2 for the ward. And I don't need these alive, so I might sacrifice them to the altar. I guess, like, I could just deluge for 3. Yeah, so, like, killing Rusco helps with that. Enjoy your treasure. One, 2, 3. And I'll attack for 2 with Xanathar. You do have a Diabolic Intent that does let them tutor. I thought about using it just to take away their, like, ability to tutor, since they do have 2 reanimation pieces. But we have another board wipe. The Doug Dimma double board wipe. Ah, the world's most tapped Samwise. Itty bitty Xanathar. He was attacking for 2. He's just a little guy. He's just a little giant eyeball. What do we got now? Hey, Jet Medallion's actually great in my deck. And they're skedaddling. Yeah, me being able to take their cards and also wipe the board even more seems pretty good. GG, Ratadrabic. Victor Velgavoth's Seneschal. Hey, I built one of those recently. Victor is an Enchantress commander. Who cares about eerie triggers? The more you get, the more you do. The first one surveils, the second one makes your opponent discard, and the third one reanimates from any player's graveyard. I guess I'll throw down this Mystic Sanctuary to start. It's like that or the Forsaken Crossroads. Something real tappy. And, yeah, holding up 2 blue mana. Nothing suspicious about that. Nope. Not at all. Okay, so they made Victor uncounterable, but I am still going to mana drain. And you're going to see why in just a second. Oh no, he didn't get countered, but I get 3 more mana. And what are you going to do with 3 more mana? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to do what I do. Crime. My Victor. My Victor. This will draw them cards, lose them life until they unlock the demon next turn. It's a very fun card. I guess I could go for Jace. Getting the Jace out is pretty good for me because when they do get the demon, I can just bounce it. I'm gonna just Fate Seal them. What is it? Hopeless Nightmare? I've got plenty to discard. Finally, I got to keep a Victor alive on the battlefield. It was hard for me to keep Victor alive. I also didn't put enough effort into keeping him alive. Ooh, Waste Not? Would you like 2 mana? Of course you'd like 2 mana. Yeah, when I start casting enchantments off their deck, Xanathar will synergize very well with my Victor. That I always had. He's part of the deck. I'm an enchantments deck. Ignore my lack of enchantments. I probably just want to hold up Gale's Redirection. So I will draw, throw back use twos. Ooh, I could actually go for Inquisition, holding up Counterspell instead. I'll do that. Show me your secrets! Okay, Moidify, Temporary Lockdown. I'm gonna hit the Mortify. They do have a board wipe in hand. Lockdown doesn't hit anything here except for Waste Not. Archon of Sun's Grace is probably going to be the thing. Or Blood on the Snow, because Blood on the Snow would also reanimate the victor under their control. Here's a demon. They're going to drain me for life now since they have the demon. We will use the Boing. The Oingo Boingo. And I'm not going to play Xanathar until I can, like, protect him with a counterspell. You scry. Oh, an Iron Crag. What a surprise. Boop. Archon of Sun's Grace I would also like because, as we mentioned before, I am an enchantments deck. So I need to have Constellation and Eerie triggers. I need them. For things and reasons. And reasons and things. So this will keep drawing them cards, by the way. Oh, rip Jace. Now I can't Fate Seal them anymore. Or Brainstorm. Oh, sweet. Free Archon. That number sure is going down. I'm 1 mana away from protecting with the counterspell. Because they have Blood on the Snow. What's this? Rooms get weird with a temporary lockdown? Oh yeah, because if they're in play, like some rooms are only 2 mana on one side. So they could totally be exiled by lockdown. That's kind of neat. GG, Victor. Nashi Illusion Gadgeteer. This Nashi brings back things from the graveyard and gives them flash. And I'm so ready if they put a creature in that graveyard because I've got to reanimate. Though typically it's actually a lot of the same spells we're running. Counter spells, kill spells, and somewhere near the end of their game plan, the Sultai Ultimatum, and the various components which they use to win the game off of it. Nashi is very strong and hard to get rid of. If you blink it, it will do even more. Oh my god, they're running the Giftaristic Study card? When I was spoiling the Alchemy set for Bloomburrow, I like gave a teaser of, there's a card that says Giftaristic Study. That's what it says, that's what it does. I'll probably just hold up the counter spells, but I want to ramp. Ooh, shocking! Are you gonna mana drain those? Okay, they counterspelled Iron Crag, which I'm happy for them to use up a counterspell on Craig. You sure did not get a third land. I sit here and pass. I thought about Dark Ritual Shouldred. They counter the Shouldred, we reanimate it. Shrines? Oh, 1 second, I want mana. Shrines, though? Or maybe just ramp. Oh, I could just play Xanathar. And I really wanna. Yeah, you know what? Thank you, opponent, for countering my Iron Crag so I don't have to answer. No, I don't. I don't want to transfer. No, I don't want to. No, not right now. Decline. I use the reanimate for it. Return to me, Xanathar! Yeah! What are you gonna do, huh? Cast your commander? Please, I'm also a control deck. We're both monsters here. And now, may I have your card? So they left this in the graveyard, which makes me think, oh yeah, they're also doing some sort of reanimation. Final Oracle of the Alpha. Pest Infestation. But like, the card I want to play is this. I want to play my Orb. I'm gonna play it anyway. Orb. What's on top? Edict and Tail's End. I'm actually going to put both of those on the bottom. Because I want a land and also a big mill. Thank you. I wonder if they'll reanimate Nashi. Or destroy my orb, my beautiful orb. Okay, so they're assembling from parts, but they don't have 2 black mana left. So unless they get a land, which we know they didn't, that won't be happening. They get some bugs. Give me your cards. Ew, Mystic Sanctuary. 1, 2. They do have 2 other islands, but not 3. Whatever, it's mine now. Ooh, Marsh Flats. She, old, red. Swinging in! That's good with the Shuldred. The orb was summoned and summarily dismissed. So when the Nashi entered, the Nashi was countered, so they haven't made a copy of anything from the graveyard yet. They're weaving the Nightmare, killing the Shuldred. Aww! Now my Ancestral Recall is only 1 mana, draw 3 cards. It's not 1 mana, draw 3 cards, gain 6 life. What are you doing? Yeah, this card? Garbage. I don't have any forests. Ooh, a board wipe! Aloe bug! Vista. I have another land in hand. I sort of have 2 lands in hand. I got rid of the Binding the Old God so they wouldn't be able to cast it. That was my plan there. Them having the Damnation, no, like, if I were them, I'd probably be firing it off this next turn. Here's Nashi! Making a copy of Nashi and also making a copy of some sort of card from their graveyard. Now they do have 2 blue up. They could have also gotten something black. Bitter Triumph. They're just killing Xanathar. Okay. Move my commander to the command zone. You got it, buddy. Oh no, I don't have any forests. What a surprise. Oh wait, I had lethal off Hive. I forgot. I forgot that it has Menace. Oh wait, not lethal. Sorry, because they still have 4 life left. That would have left them at 1. Mole Drifter. Oh wait, that's a cute baby card for cute babies. It's only a 3/3. It would have put them at 1. Yeah, they don't have any pain lands. Pretend I'm better at addition. Good game, Nashi. Luris of the Dream Den. Luris lets you bring back your permanents from the graveyard once a turn, casting things that cost 2, 1, or 0 mana. Let's see what we've got here. I've got some hand attack, but they can bring things back. A counterspell or kill spell, a kill spell, and a board wipe. Wow, that's a very hateful hand. Maybe I can use this for crime. I would love to save this Bajuka Bog for at least a turn or 2 to exile their graveyard, so I'm not playing it right away. Alright. Thought season. Season those thoughts. The thing I'd most want to get rid of those is Tiny Bones, because Tiny Bones steals. He's a little stealer. They got a bauble too. If they'll crack it open. See what's on top of my library. They're doing it! They're checking out what's on top of my deck. Oh, a Confounding Conundrum. Sure, I'll cast that. It draws me a card. They probably have some fetches in their deck, but for the most part, Confounding Conundrum's not going to do much against them. Hello, Jace, who allows me to manipulate the top of their deck. I will pay 3 life to kill the loner, and then exile the 3 permanents they've got in their graveyard, so I don't have to worry about those coming back. And I just learned that the Chicago Rat Hole has a Wikipedia page. Whoa, I heard they paved that over. But I know that some of the guys from Loading Ready Run took a trip out to see it during MagicCon Chicago. It was nowhere near the convention center. I'm still happy they went to go see it. How much life am I willing to pay, and how much life am I willing to spend? Too much and too much. Have a Rusco. This old man makes a clock, and he can gain me some life, make my opponent lose some life, and he can also block the 1/1. He can't block this. He can block that. He might die. He might get exiled. Is this a mono black deck? I don't know. Maybe they just haven't found white mana yet. Also, there's going to be another MagicCon Chicago next year. I'm looking forward to it because I can get there. Yeah, the like central or eastern coast events, I can actually get to those. But trying to go to the other side of the country, like Vegas, that's a whole day of travel each way. That's why I can't make it to as many events out there. No, they stole Rusco! Oh wait, I could put him back into my hand. Like, Jace would die, but that's fine. It's Jace. Yeah, there's going to be a MagicCon Atlanta, MagicCon Vegas, and MagicCon Chicago in 2025. And I can make it to probably 2 of those. Probably Atlanta and Chicago. My priority is going to be Atlanta because that's where Voxie is, and she's the best. We know she's the best. One Risco, please. Paying 2 life. Get rid of all the critters on the board except for you, Risco. I'm gaining 1 life back. Oh, people are just talking about the kind of big rodents they have. We have so many big rodents in the Northeast. Yeah, we got rats. We got muskrats. We got beavers. I love watching muskrats swim in the river. They're so cute. Like, they are essentially just big wet rats. But big wet rats can be really adorable. That thing has Death Touch. Also, I think they are mono black Lurrus. We don't have capybaras though. Those are like, I think Central South America. I don't actually know if they live in Central America. I know they live in South America. And there's also like a slightly smaller one than that. Little big rodents. They're so cute. Are groundhogs rodents? Are groundhogs rodents? Yes. Okay, we also have those. Marmots. Woodchucks. Agoutis? Oh my god, I love agoutis. They must be the chillest animal because at the zoo near me, they just kind of throw them in every enclosure. It's like, oh dang, you know what there's room for in here? In a agouti. You just shove it in there. Yerrick's Fen Lurker. Okay. No more Tail's End. I guess I could have technically used that to counter the ability. That seems like a lot of work. And I'll catch this clock up a little. Yeah, there's one province in Canada that has no rats, or very few rats, because they work really hard to not have rats. And I respect that. That's cool. That's where you live? You live in Alberta? Whoa. The rat-free capital of the world. I live in a place with so many rats. Back it up. Cool. We have many rats out here. I live right next to a part of Boston called Rat City. Which, you guessed it, it's got a lot of rats. A cursed marauder. Okay. That thing will get brought back. Oh, right. I meant to check their graveyard. It's mono black. Tons of 1-drops. It is almost midnight. They could make it midnight. They got an Emperor of Bones on top of their deck. It's about to be midnight again for me too, though. Orb. I love Orb. Are you the director of the Rat Task Force? What a lovely place to be. Oh, I'm apparently revealing a card for Foundations. I mean, I knew that. This will deal no damage to them. I just really want the wash away. Oh, wait. I'm not going to get it anyway. Oops. Surprise. No, I knew I was going to be revealing something for Foundations. Oh, look! I'm revealing something on the 28th. I'm putting that in my calendar. That's the day I come back from Vegas. Foundations reveal. I might be taking a red eye home, so I do apologize if I do the world's sleepiest reveal. Is Foundations a full set? Yes. It's a weird set, too, because it's going to be around for 5 years in Standard. If I knew more about it, I'd tell you more. But I don't. I also haven't seen the card I'm revealing yet. So hopefully it's cool. Whoa. I actually don't have an Island or a Swamp. That's wild. No. There we go. Don't mind me. Nice. Get some damage rolling. While I... Yeah, so on October 28th, I'll be landing sometime early in the morning. Stream probably will start late. Sorry, it takes a while to get back from the airport. Gotta get back to Rat City, you know how it is. Gotta hang out with all the rats while my opponent death touches and gains life at me. Who else is revealing cards? Oh, Ames is also revealing a card, and so is Aaron! Yay! We're all revealing cards on the same day. AAA, baby. I gotta send more dumb pictures of Transformers to Aaron. It's all we have in this world. Let's mess things up. Use this Null Priest to fetch myself a friendly little bird. Keep exiling permanents out of their graveyard so they can't recast it if they ever do get that Luris mana. They have Luris mana, just with that treasure. And I'll swing in with both of these. If the Scarab God dies, unless they can exile it, it just comes back. Now we return to mill. They'll probably have me draw here since this is the third counter. No, they milled. They got pretty lucky, though. There were, between the 5 cards on top of my deck, there were 4 lands. I put 2 to the bottom. They still managed to mill 2. Hi, Luris. We attack and we have lethal. Gotta just make the Luris get out of the way first. We have 2 spells to do that. Chi-Chi. Bristly Bill, Spine Sower. Bristly Bill is an aggressive commander that puts counters when lands enter the battlefield, and also can double the number of counters on your creatures by paying it only 5 mana. That means that Bristly Bill is a must-stop commander with land-based strategies, who ramps and ramps and ramps and does all sorts of goodness. Alright, Tenacious Pup puts this boon on the stack, and I'm going to be countering, I believe, Bristly Bill on turn 2, because there's a very good chance they will be playing Bristly Bill on turn 2. They might wait until turn 3. But the boon will also get countered along with this. They use it up. No Bill! That buys me a turn. We do have board wipes in this deck, but removal, both reactive, proactive, whatever kind, are necessary. Because, like, Bill will beat you down. I know, because I've played a lot of Bristly Bill, and I've also played against a lot of Bristly Bills. If you have a Bristly Bill for, like, a paper commander, it still works well. It's better in, I think, a 1v1 environment, because it's, like, this super aggro. But Bill can do commander damage in Commander. And I've seen, like, 100 power Bristly Bills. Yeah, but bolt the Bill. For real, though, bolt the Bill. I have 4 mana. That lets me hold up Fel the Profane. Only if I shock this in. I'd rather Thoughtseize. Or, yeah. Alright, so there's Big Nissa. Pick your poison, which gets rid of Ironcrag. And Nyxborn Hydro. Alright, I was going to hit Nissa there, since she's hard for me to respond to unless I get another counterspell. She can also destroy, like, my Ironcrag in this. Pick your poison would be able to get rid of this. That's fine. And we had Childred to follow up. Good game, Bill. Kroxa and Kunaros. Kroxa and Kunaros is a reanimation commander that, on entering or on attack, can exile cards from the graveyard, kind of like an escape cost, in order to bring back a card from the graveyard. Kroxa is also a 6/6 with Vigilance, Menace, and Lifelink, so even if there aren't things in the graveyard, it only takes a couple attacks from this to kill you. I don't know if I want another land here. Oh, cool. A counterspell. That's helpful. Ooh, Enterprising Scallywag. As they put things in their graveyard, they descend. They'll be making treasures. Hi, little scalawag. Faithless looting, that definitely does put things into the graveyard. I might actually bounce the scalawag here so they don't get the end step trigger. But I would need to do it. They would need to spend the mana first. Otherwise, like, this still happens. Yeah, they just passed the end step. They didn't even attack in. Hostage taker, I'm going to try to grab that scalawag. Sweetie swag, scalawag. They probably have other reanimation pieces, too. That Elish Norn could do double the stuff. Charred Farley in chat says, the most impressive part of every of these recordings is me reciting from memory what every commander does. One of the good and also bad parts of playing Magic all the time is that you start memorizing cards, but occasionally I'll run into something that I don't know what it does, and I have to be like, who is this? What are you? The occasional, and sometimes it'll be like a card that's different in digital and paper, and I have to be like, I vaguely recall you doing something, but I don't know what the something is. They stole my Inquisition of Kozilek and used it to make me discard my Cyclonic Rift. Ragavan, you rude little monkey. Very rude monkey. I don't have enough mana to play Xanathar yet, though. Ooh, assembling Elish Norn from parts? I'm actually going to counter that. That will prevent them from being able to bring back the Elish Norn, and I might want an Elish Norn of my very own. They don't have enough cards yet in the graveyard to do this, do they? Oh, no, they do! They have the 6+1, or the 5+1. So here comes Norn. And if I do breach the multiverse, I could be putting the cards into the graveyard that they need. Xanathar can do a little block in here. Hopefully he doesn't just die. Go, Xanathar! Oh, Bitter Triumph. Nice. Yeah, move you to the command zone. Monkey? Down to 4. It's fine. I will simply top deck my damnation. And then we'll be like, damn! Damn. I'll breach the multiverse. I have to keep in mind that I won't get any enter the battlefields, though. So it's gotta be something that's big and good. It's like, this would have been rad if it hadn't entered the battlefield. Mothra's cool, but it returns under owner's control. Neither of these are gonna do it, though. Look, they come back with flying if they're not flyers. It doesn't matter. There's enough for lethal here. Good game, Cruxa and Carneros. I know, they stole my little thinky blinkies. They want more. More! Yeehaw! Can I get a yeehaw? Wait, okay, one more. Can I get a yeehaw? Can I get a you going to combat? There we go. Don't. Come on, don't. You already have lethal! Good game. Thalia and the Gitrog monster. You can play additional lands and sacrifice lands and creatures to draw cards. Thalia and the Gitrog monster is also real nasty because of First Strike and Death Touch. One of the nastiest combinations that I can't believe they printed on 2 cards in Standard last year. This and Glissa. Seriously, Wizards of the Coast, stop it. I don't like this because it makes combat a lot harder. It does feel really good to play those cards. So I'll hit them with an Undercity Plunder, try to get them to discard. And I will say that Thalia and the Gitrog monster is a generally powerful enough commander with a versatile set of abilities that can be played in multiple ways. I've seen it played with tokens, I've seen it played as a landfall deck, I've seen it played as super friends. Sometimes it's just, you know, good Abzan cards, because Thalia and the Gitrog monster is good. On its own, it feels like it is a landfall aristocrats commander, kind of like Necrobloom, and that's probably what we'll see. We'll be able to tell pretty quickly. All right, so that makes me think it's lands, or just good stuff. And that's just some good stuff. Yeah, Breach the Multiverse. I've got that in this deck, too. Good for crime. Reanimating 6. Okay, good news is I have a way to kill 6. Why was 6 afraid of 7? That's the nightmare. Right there. I don't think 6 is afraid of 7. I don't think they ever met. Oh, that's an Elishnorn. Glad they didn't reanimate that. Maybe I can reanimate that. Please don't tax my cards. They're taxing. What do you pick? Thief of Sanity is the card I'd probably be playing next turn. That could be a good choice. Oh, I didn't even mention. Valiant Gitrog Monster also makes my creatures and lands come in tapped. If they're non-basic lands, which in Brawl, I'm a multicolored deck. A lot of them are. Conduit of Worlds goes into the graveyard. And here comes the Thief of Sanity. This will be putting things into their graveyard, but also stealing things from myself. They have enough mana for Thalion to Gitrog the monster this turn. They know I can't steal it, so this could be flippin'. Could be flippin' awesome. Goodbye, graveyard. Swing in with the Thief. Get him with some beef. Oh, Vanishing Verse. That's monocolored. This comes in tapped. But I could Vanishing Verse the Invasion of Gobakon when they go to attack it. I assume they're going to hit a land on their sacrifice. Boop. We know they have a good destructive ability on top, which I can steal. Thief of Sanity deals its damage, and we can take Maelstrom Pulse, Go for the Throat, or Arcane Signet. I'll take Go for the Throat. Just bop that. Boop. Oh, I guess I could have used the Spymaster's Vault after killing it. Make this a little stronger. They could shuffle the top of their deck with the Riveteer's Overlook. But they've already played a land for turn. Ooh, Restless Cottage could also do some cool stuff. So sneaky. So sneaky. Oh, there's the Glissa! That's the one I was talking about! They don't have enough mana to animate an attack with this. But this is gonna block my Grazer, so yeah, I wish I had connived. I could steal the Grazer. Steal the Courser, too. I think I'll just play Xanathar and set up to do a big old Cyclonic Rift. Yeah, 420 graze it. I don't know, it's like I'd rather steal Glissa or Gitrog. Stealing Commanders is especially, like, cruel. More lands. Alright, and now we can play stuff off their deck. I'll take a land. Ooh, another land. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have enough mana for this. Oh, no, I'm short. Okay, I can do X equals 3. 1, 2, 3. So I could take Courser. You get a land. But it's a land that will be a little mean, because you have a Confounding Conundrum. Yeah, the big booty sloth. Hi, Glissa. She's just good. She can destroy enchantments on hit, too. Because they can play an additional land this turn, this goes back into hand, but if they play it, it will make them put another land back into hand. Which, I don't know if that's something they'd want to do. It gains them more life. So, like, I feel like you may as well just, like, juggle these lands. Nope, they're swinging. Take 4. Land enters. Land returns. Ooh, that's gonna be fun with all the landfall. Oh, wait. My landfall. I play a Tireless Provisioner that I brought from home. Mana Confluence that was definitely in my deck. We already know what's in their hand. There's nothing really worth thought seizing, but I might fire this off anyway. I don't know, this feels more important. I'm gonna bounce everything back into their hand, attack with the Thief of Sanity and Xanathar, put that into their graveyard or into exile for me to cast later, and win the game. GG, Thali and the Gitrog monster. Yuri, Master of the Review. Hey there, Yuri. Are you going to be sacrificing things growing and then sacrificing yourself to deal damage equal to your power to me? Probably. I have a Thoughtstring Analyst and a Rusko in his hand, but the only way to play them is to name Human on Cavern of Souls, which I think is fine because they're not in counter colors, and I have plenty of humans in this deck. Naming Beholder is how I, like, try to get my Xanathar to land. Oh, okay, or I could get this. And I want to steal. Thoughtstring Analyst is kind of risky in this matchup because it's going to deal damage to me, unless I get lucky and only steal lands, but when my opponents play this card, they steal lands. When I play this card, I always get, like, expensive cards, usually ones I can't even cast, and I just sit there like, oh yeah, that was a problem. Hi, Crucius! I'll attack with the Thoughtstring Analyst. I paid 3 life, I got a card, I'm happy. Trade ya. Cool. They'd be able to trade next turn anyway. I will discard Agent of Rafine. Get something that costs more, like an Undercity Plunder. Oh no, the Crucius that I fairly earned. Curses. I'll still name Human on this because there are more humans in the deck than there are Beholders. There's 1 Beholder. And I'll play Rusko. He makes me a Midnight Clock, and then we use the Midnight Clock and that treasure token to make them discard. Also, for some reason, Rusko gains this life and drains them of life. It shouldn't be like that. It is. Oh, Spawn Gang. Cool, that does make a lot of sacrificables. He is a war criminal. I read the book. I read Brothers' War. I am trying to decide, like, what I want to do here, because we do actually have a lot of choices. I'm bolting in this land and casting Spawn Gang, then sacrificing one of the Spawn Gang's little guys to try and kill Yuri. You can turn Yuri into a 2/2 with the blood and kill the Spawn Gang. But I'm fine with that. I did what I wanted to do here. And look, now I even have 1 mana left over. Yay! And by mana, I mean little guy. Rusko is stronger than a bear. Yeah, I don't know why he's a 3/3. To me, this is like a 1/2 kind of a guy. My burn spell that ramped? Yeah, it's a burn spell that ramped. Xanathar! They could just kill him, but like, fingers crossed that they don't. I want my commander to do Xanathar things. Prime. Stealing. Prime again. He is like the Kingpin. He is a criminal. He's also a giant floating eyeball with a goldfish. I think the goldfish's name is Steven. And it's actually like a bunch of them. No, they stole him! And then they're gonna kill him! I'm gonna chump block with this because I don't want to take 5 damage. My beautiful beholder. Oh my gosh, they sacrificed into Ob Nixilis. I think I'm gonna be Rivers rebuking this this next turn. I assume they'll make a devil with one and then go for the discard on the other. I'm bouncing all of this back into hand now. Decline, I'll take the 2, you gain the 2. And return from whence you came! Okay. Rude? A Dimir control deck? Rude? Yeah, of course it is. I would come in tapped. Cool. I want to steal. I'm going to give them a card. It's almost midnight. Some very fun ones in here. This is the repeatable sacrifice piece that I should probably be most afraid of here. Is this Magic the Gathering Online? This is Magic the Gathering Arena, which is online. It's on a computer, on the internet. Have you used House Meld on my own cards yet? There are certain commanders, like especially some Planeswalker commanders, that I could definitely see wanting to do that too. But no, I have not House Melded my own cards yet. House Meld is a new removal spell that exiles a creature and then makes it re-enter the battlefield under your control as an enchantment, but it keeps all its abilities. Care to use a treasure? It's the mean blue one. Yeah, it's a very strong card. Oh, hey, Rivers Rebuke is back. Yuri! Hey! I could steal the treasure. We'll sacrifice it in response. But it'll still bring me a satisfaction. And I'll play Elspeth's Nightmare. To kill Yuri, they can use Yuri's death to kill the Skydiver. Boop. Down to 8. Rusco really doing a lot of damage. Next turn I'll be able to hit their hand. And then exile their graveyard after that. So Yuri's getting to the point where he's not really what they want to be casting. Hey, Braids! Oh, you want to sacrifice a land? I'll sacrifice a land. You want to sacrifice an artifact? I don't have an artifact to sacrifice. I have an enchantment, though. You like those, right? I'll head up Nixilis. Ooh, there's a Yoggles in there. Unleash the old man! And then I'm gonna play Camille. No, wait, why didn't you leave blue up? It was trying to leave open... Okay, that's fine. It was trying to leave open this, which I'm putting on full control mode. There's nothing I want to kill. I'm conniving. That's why I let this come into play. Discard 2. Swamp, and... Outrageous robbery. I'm gonna leave myself with a little dessert. Who would win, Old Man versus Nightmare Lady? Bye-bye, Graveyard. Oh, and hello, Graveyard! I'm just, like, here thinking, do I... Or, like, Rebuke and swing in? No, I wait. None of these are life gain. We have a good counter spell. We also discover Yoggles. Oh, cool. They will sacrifice it in response, so they still get the ping. And with the orb, I think they're going to have to let me draw because they're at 4 life. But, like, maybe they want to live on the edge. Maybe you want to live on the edge. Oh! They did. And they died for it. GG, Yuri. Nahiri Forged in Fury gets a discount based on a number of just equipment you have in play, which is really nice, especially with equipment that come with creatures. So you can hack your deck with equipments, get down Nahiri for a discount, and then she gives you these impulse draws that let you cast more equipment for free. I had a lot of fun playing Nahiri. I do know somebody did request an updated Nahiri deck, so that may happen. But now let's see how their deck is. Alright, let's see. Inchblade, it's a creature and an equipment. Fervent Champion does a big discount, some removal, and Nettle Cyst. This is the thing that can go widest the fast, especially with the Fervent Champion. This is probably the biggest, scariest thing. I'm gonna hit Inchblade. Because otherwise, like, each turn they're making more Inchblades. They're squinching and inching. And even with the River's Rebuke, that's gonna be fast. They did not go for a turn 1 Fervent Champ. I'm probably just going to surveil. The Fervent Champion! Surveil. Okay, I'll take more blue. I could steal a card, or we could wait and see what they cast here. If they go for the Nettle Cyst, I think that's actually a pretty good counter target rather than waiting for Nahiri. Bladehold War Whip. Okay, so that discounts things in the future. I will counter that. It's not that interesting, but I could play the One Ring. I think it's more fun to steal, so I will pass the turn and steal 2 cards from them. It looks like I might have a killer counter spell up. In reality, it's just crime. Alright, before that thing comes down, though. Mabel. Soken's-on. Aw, she does come with an equipment. Hey, Nettle Cyst. She can block. She's pretty good at blocking. Oh, cool. Board wipe. All my mice get +1/+1. Mabel has a sword! Go get him, Mabel. She's so freaking cute. Look at this. Look at this. I love her. I believe this also... Yeah, equipped creatures have flying. I was thinking, it does something for all equipped creatures. Oh no, it's equipped creatures get +1/+0, and just the equipped one gets flying. I think I'm going to block and trade here, so I can Damnation next turn, because we know the only card in our hand is Swords to Plowshares. That's a big Fervent Champion! I know, I'm like just thinking about stealing. Stop it, Amy. Ah, yeah, I'll pay the 1. They still get to keep their 2 equipment, though. So, like, Nahiri is still discounted. She costs 4. And now we're going to use what is a fairly cruel card. Because it means that they have to Swords to Plowshares their own commander here, or find enchantment removal. Otherwise, Nahiri's going to be hanging out here all day long. Yeah, the way that this is phrased, because it's not exile and then separately bring it back, it all happens at once. So, Nahiri lives here now. That's my commander. Definitely. And look, I can even have equipped creatures because we're stealing their game plan. Let's see, we have Dragonwind Glider, Monkey. I like the monkey. This is one of those new cards. Housemeld. I think it's the kind of card that you should just include in almost any Brawl deck. Like, if you are a predominantly blue or like half blue deck, this is creature removal that steals the creature and makes it very difficult to get rid of. Ooh, Impulse Draws! I can have Impulse Draws. Unless they Swords this. In which case, no! Alright, I'll give myself protection and draw a card. Perpetual sticks to commanders until they return to command zone. So, like, for example, here, if this gets destroyed, they can put it back in the command zone and then remove the perpetual change to it. Protection has occurred. So this this token, if I bounce all these, will go away, but they will be able to get back the Nettle Cyst Germ and the other token, for Mirrodin, the Rebel token, if I do a big ol' bounce. Ooh, discards. Okay, so I'm going to River's Rebuke these back into hand. Inquisition of Kozilek. This gets them the strongest creature. This gets them the stuff that's kind of more value. But I want to, I think I want to prevent them from having critters, right? Nah. Mountain Dew and Doritos. They've been deemed illegal by the council. Oh, look. Creature-based board wipe. I'm almost ready to start playing Xanathar. Took a while. So if I do x equals 2, it will also, take this out, right? No, it won't, because that's just 1, 2, 3 creatures. Or 1, 2, 3 and artifacts. I have to do X equals 3 on Deluge. But I love Pan Life. 1, 2, 3. Sadly, not enough mana to give him the Crag Flame. Probably still draw. After all, what could it cost me? 3 life? I'm losing 2 anyway. Gimme, 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 gimme. I crave it. I want it. I need it. Yeah, the burden from the ring is minimal. Come on, Skiki. You want to load up this bad boy with some extra equipment? Or face your doom at the hands of Xanathar? Oh, I guess he doesn't have hands. At the tentacle stalks of Xanathar! Oh, maybe this is Assault Rope. Okay, let's wait. Oh, we won the game. GG, Nahiri. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. And as you may have seen in this video, Xanathar, just as nasty as I said he'd be. This card is very fun, but it's also very rude. And, well, I appreciate how many of my opponents actually stuck around for games and let me do crime. A lot of the times when I'm playing a deck like this, I think people will like leave after an early counterspell or a board wipe, but I got very lucky with a lot of opponents who stuck around and let me just sit there playing their cards. Sometimes I did get pretty low on life. You saw those games where I was at 1 life at the end. Totally worth it. I had a great time playing this deck, even though I did definitely feel like the villain while I was doing it, because I got to play my opponent's spells, which is one of my favorite things to get to do. In fact, today, I had a quest in Arena to cast only spells that were in red or white. And I managed to cast 15 of those in my black and blue deck. So shout out to the people who had cards in those colors for me to cast. If you're looking for the deck list, it's in the description below. And if you'd like to suggest a commander, just as this was suggested, please leave a comment letting me know what sort of deck you'd like to see. I've got some fun cards that people have requested. There's actually another Dimir one. Somebody asked if I would brew Hidetsugu and Kairi, so maybe we'll get to that soon. And when people request those decks, I put them into a poll over on my Twitch chat, twitch.tv/Amazonia. It's where I stream like every single day. Twitch votes on them and they say, we want to see the giant floating eyeball. And then we play the giant floating eyeball. They were also, I think, just in the mood for some Friday Night Crime, which, same. Always in the mood for it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.